Trinity, Male, Scott County, and Madison Central. 3 out of those 4 teams are consistently playing for a spot in the state championship game. The other is your Madison Central Indians here for the first time. Tonight, in Georgetown, Kentucky, we find out if the clock strikes midnight on the Indians' Cinderella run. We're live on WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
This is a special sports presentation of the Wallingford Broadcasting Company.
It's time for the WBON-TV Game of the Week. Your coverage of local high school sports on WBON-TV is presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair and brought to you in part by Eastern Kentucky University, Madison County Ford, People's Bank, Linex of Richmond, Berea Urgent Care, White & Associates CPAs, Urban Healthcare, Estill Clinic Pharmacy, and Madison Drug, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Gateway Cycles, Cumberland Valley National Bank, Renfro's Collision, Hometown Dental, House of Q and Steam Engine, Linville Insurance, and Babcon Electric. Now let's take you to the field for local high school sports coverage on WBONTV.com.
Welcome in, everybody, to Toyota Stadium. Michael Watkins and Tom Gross here with you on WEKY and WKXO, the radio stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, and our media partner, WBONTV.com, here on the Eastern Kentucky University pregame show. Tom, the Campus Beautiful awaits you. When choosing your college, choose Big E. Choose Eastern Kentucky University. For more information, go to eku.edu. Tom Gross, Madison Central has never played in this game before. It is the semi-state game. The Indians have never made it this far. Scott County is continuously playing for the right to play in the state championship game. They have, seemed like every year, been here. You look back in the recent history, Madison Central, has continually built their program into what it wasn't when before Mark Sanders got there. Now he has built this team into a team you can't count as a W anymore. And they come in here to Scott County with high hopes of playing again next week. But Scott County, as we said, is always playing here. They knocked off Frederick Douglass, who was maybe the front runner to be the state champion in Class 6A. So it's not going to be an easy test, but it just feels like this Madison Central team is a team of destiny.
Well, yeah, that's the way things have been going. I mean, 2 weeks ago we had a game where we turned the ball over way too many times and still came out of there with the W. So let's see what can happen if we can come out this evening, play a very good game, no turnovers or very few turnovers, don't help the other team with penalties, and, do what you've done to get to this far. Get out there, run that offense, mix things up a little bit, and the defense we know is going to come to play tonight. So it's going to be a really good ball game, and these kids are excited on both sides of the field.
Scott County 5 years ago in 2013 knocked off Meade County to win the state championship. In 2014, they lost in the second round to Meade County. In 2015, they lost in the regional title to Lafayette. In the last 2 years, Scott County has played in the semi-state game, but has lost both times. So they've been here. They are familiar with this moment. Is the moment going to be too big for this Indians football team? It's going to be a fun night here no matter what, but we're hoping to continue the magical run that we've had with the Indians this season.
Well, a good term that you picked up on the sideline before the game tonight is weather the storm. And you've got to be on your toes. We've talked about it all season long. Every play tonight is the most important play. And you've got to give, as a player, 100%. And if you can get 11 guys on defense to do that and 11 guys on offense to do that, I think we might see some surprising things here this evening.
Yeah, Madison Central, we talked about it before we came on the air. They've got to do something that Scott County hasn't seen before. You want to catch this team off guard because they are a well-oiled machine. They like to run the football. They run that wing T formation where they pretty much just try to bully the other team, but they've got some athletes on the perimeter that can cause an opponent trouble. Scott County enters this game 10-3. They beat Campbell County in round 1, 36-13. They beat Frederick Douglass in an amazing game, 28-27 in round number 2, in which Frederick Douglass scored late in the football game, went for 2 to win instead of going for the extra point to tie, and ended up losing in round 2 to Scott County 28-27. And last week, to become Region 4 champion, Scott County knocked off Simon Kenton 56-28 to get them to where they are tonight. Madison Central had an easy Week 1 win over Louisville Seneca in round 1 of the playoffs, 50-0. That one was at home. Then in the following week, had to come from behind, trailing it 10-0 entering the fourth quarter. They scored 13 points in the first 50 seconds of the fourth quarter to take a 13-10 lead, and they ended up holding off Tates Creek late in that football game to advance to last week's regional championship game, where they knocked off Connor 28-27 in double overtime to become Region 3 champs for the first time in school history. That sets up a pretty good matchup tonight between the Indians and the Cardinals.
We have a what I would consider probably the best matchup that we've had all year. I think Scott County is going to see a team tonight that's going to be a little bit different than all the other teams that they've been up against this year, and hopefully that will be a good thing for the Indians. On the other hand, the Indians are going to see a well-oiled machine, as you called it earlier, and they're going to have to perform tonight. It's going to take a massive team effort tonight. It's going to take 100% from all the players, and nobody's out of a football game. That pigskin bounces funny ways sometimes, and we've seen that happen a lot this year. The thing I'm most thankful for tonight, this being the Thanksgiving weekend, is that it's not raining.
Yeah.
So I'm knocking on wood right now that it doesn't. And if it is raining, it's going to hold off till after this contest.
Yeah, when we say weather the storm, we don't mean the storm coming down from the sky.
Yeah.
We mean the onslaught and the storm that could be the Scott County offense.
Right.
Jackson Jewett has recorded 33 tackles thus far in the postseason. Need a big game from him tonight. We need the defensive front seven to play very well. Scott County is a very potent offense, and the fact that they just continue to try to play bully ball. They like to run the football. They have a really good fullback, and they have a couple of good running backs as well. And if you look in the NFL nowadays, you've got most teams running two running back systems with a kind of a power back and a couple of fast scat backs or whatever you want to call them out of the backfield. Scott County has that same kind of system. They have a power back, a bruiser in Austin Barnett, who has ran the ball 238 times. He has recorded over 1,500 yards on the season and 23 touchdowns. So Madison Central's key spot tonight is to stop him. Maybe not stop him, contain him from having a big football game, and we'll see if the Indians can do just that. We are live on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY and WKXO, 192.5 EKY and 103.5 WKXO, double streaming over on our radio site and our media partner, WBONTV.com. Tom, we are excited to bring you tonight's football game. What a night it is going to be. Madison Central and Scott County. Kickoff is set for 12 minutes and 45 seconds from now, folks. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back to Toyota Stadium in 3 minutes on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Now this is a story all about how my mama keeps a slip turned upside down. I'd like to take a moment to sit right there, and I'll tell you how we stay in trouble at Bishop Small Engine Repair. On North Estill Avenue, born and raised, in Richmond's where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing all cool, fixing small engines with lots of tools, when a couple of guys with yards were no good started buying mowers to clean up their neighborhood. I ordered a few hundred mowers and Mom got mad. We need a new shop for you and your dad. We got Cub Cadet and Grasshopper to go far and near. Some even have a steering wheel with an engine in the rear. If anything, I could say our service is rare, and if it's small engine related, come to Bishop Small Engine Repair.
I like it. That's a tape. I like it.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it, love it, use it.
Your Madison Central Indians, for the first time ever, are regional champions. And they travel to Scott County this Friday to take on the Cardinals for a right to play for a state championship. These local businesses want to wish the Madison Central Indians good luck in the semi-state game. Zaxby's, Kentucky Bank, Dr. Rhonda Cormney, Madison County Attorney-elect Jenny Haymond, and Bluegrass Ace Hardware. Go Indians!
It's been a busy year, so what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summer on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's 3 branch locations in Richmond or Berea and find the right personal, vehicle, or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Cast at Toyota Field. We're going to go live at the field for the national anthem. Back here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com. Tom Maggie Holberg watching us up from North Dakota this evening. Doug Perry says, go Cards. He's watching from St. Pete. We've got Kerry Parks watching, says, go Indians. And a couple other folks hanging out with us tonight. Sarah Foster Roof says, the Roofs are cheering from Asheville, North Carolina. They say, go Indians, Tom. And we have got a big one tonight here between Madison Central and Scott County. The Indians come on the road here to Toyota Stadium where Scott County has played their games all year long. A very good football team are the Cardinals, and the Indians have had success with this senior class dating back to their freshman season in defeating this Scott County group. But that was a couple of years ago. It's a different thing now. You've got the full team, the full component of the 4 classes combining, and tonight should be kind of a renewing of a rivalry between these two schools. The officials tonight from Louisville, the referee is Ronald Hall. From Louisville, the umpire is Mo Hag. From Louisville, the linesman is James Luckett. From Louisville, the line judge is Nathan Huber. From Dayton, Kentucky, the back judge is B.J. Hayes. From Fort Thomas, the side judge is Corey Clark. And from Walton, Kentucky, the field judge is Chris Bryson. Tom, we've talked about it all night long. These two schools, very familiar with each other. These two coaches know each other, and tonight should be fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a good game, that's for sure. And again, you know, it's just you get to this point, you're in the Final Four. a chance to go to the state championship game next Saturday night at Kroger Field, and you want to take full advantage of that. You want to be on Kroger Field at 8 o'clock next Saturday night. And to do that, you've got to win this game, and you've got to win it play by play throughout the entire evening.
Madison Central looking to make it further than they've ever had before. They've already done so by making it to this point, but would love to see them in the state championship game in Kroger Field next Saturday. Tom Gross and myself, Michael Watkins, folks, we are 6 minutes from kickoff. Take a 3-minute commercial break, come right back here and set things up for you as Madison Central has traveled up to Toyota Stadium to take on the Cardinals of Scott County back in 3 minutes on 92.5 WEKY, 103.5 WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire. Think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies have been an essential part of your community for over 20 years. We care about giving the people of Estill County the best service because we are part of the community too. Our knowledgeable staff is dedicated to making sure your prescriptions are filled quickly and accurately because the people we serve are our neighbors, friends, and family. We offer text message alerts, autofill, medication synchronization, and compliance calls to make sure that you can take one more item off your to-do list.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
Back to Scott County, Kentucky, Tom Gross and Michael Watkins. And Tom, tonight we are streaming live on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com. Glad to have you along. If you're out and about, driving around, finishing up your Black Friday shopping, Buffalo Wild Wings is streaming tonight's game live over on their TVs. You can go over there, watch tonight's game live at Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, Kentucky's playing. There's a big golf matchup going on right now. If you want to keep an eye on everything, that's really the place to go at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Richmond Center.
Absolutely.
Here live on the EKU pregame show. Glad to have you tuned in, Tom. Tonight's keys of the game are brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Make sure to go over and check out the Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel, and don't forget about their great deals between now and Christmas. You can check out jackburford.com. What are the keys to tonight's game for Madison Central?
Well, for Madison Central, I think there's one key tonight. You've got to stop the running game of Scott County. If they can, let's just say, contain it. If they can contain it, give them a lot of third down opportunities. put them in a situation of 3rd and long, stop them a couple of times, make them really have to work to get a first down in this game. And I think with the way the defense from the Madison Central Indians has played all season long, I think we could have a really, really good football game tonight.
Yeah, Madison Central's defense has been good at stopping the run the entire year. It has really been athletes that's caused them problems, fast players. I mean, you look back at the wide receivers from Frederick Douglass, the running quarterback from Pulaski Southwestern, the running quarterback from Bryan Station. Those were our 3 losses, and all 3 of those guys had speed. The power run game of Scott County could not really play into the Indians' favor, but it could be something that we have some success against. The Cardinals do, however, run for 317.5 yards per game. We'll see if the Indians can stop the run. The Indians tonight will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial. Scott County will return it right to left. The Indians going with the white road uniforms, the white pants, blue stripe down both, blue numbers, blue letters outlined in red, and the blue helmet with the Navajo chop on the side. For Scott County, the black home uniforms, black pants on this Black Friday, and the very metallic red helmet with the black SC on the side. And they've got the red numbers and red letters for the Cardinals. Jarrett Mullins will kick off to get things started. What a night it is going to be. Hopefully Madison Central can play the way they've been playing the last few weeks, and that is never give up and never stay down once you've been knocked out. Mullins to kick it off. Returning for the Cardinals is number 20 for Scott County. That is Austin Barnett. And number 5, Campton Martin. Thought the ball had fallen off the tee. But we're going to get things started eventually. Tony Cruz says, let's go Sawyer and let's go Central. Got a big crowd watching us on our quadcast tonight. We're streaming live on YouTube, on our website, on our Roku, on Facebook. Tons of ways to catch this massive Class 6A semi-state football game as Mullins gets us started. The kickoff is going to be returned by the Cardinals from their own 4-yard line. Right hash mark. Here comes Martin, and he is hit and brought down to Sean Gowdy, who has been amazing in the playoffs thus far. Comes in to make the special teams play, and the Cardinals will begin their opening drive from their own 20-yard line.
Great coverage that time, and, you know, it's going to be a field position game tonight. You can keep them pinned back there at their own 10, 15, 20-yard line. You know, you're giving yourself a great chance. Anything can happen, like we said earlier in this game, and ball takes a funny bounce, fumble. You've got yourself set up offensively now to take it in and get 6 real quick.
Ball on the right hash mark. Man in motion right to left as the Cardinals will pitch it out that way. And nice tackle to get this thing started by Ben Snap as he gets in the backfield and brings down Bronson Brown for a loss of 3 yards back to the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
Well, like I said on the pregame show, I don't believe Scott County has seen this type of swarming defense this year on any of the teams that they've played, so it's something new for them to have to work against.
Cade McKee, the quarterback, doesn't throw it very much. Back in the formation, they hand it off to the second man through. They fake it, and now that is going to be close as Brown is going to take it to the house. Looks like Humphrey trying to chase him down, and what a play. That one had me faked. Didn't take long for Scott County to get on the board as they fake it to the first man through, and they run the old end-around reverse, and Bronson Brown takes it 83 yards to the house for a touchdown. Well, that wasn't good, Tom.
It's not what you want. If you're an Indian fan, that's not what you want to see happen here on the first couple of plays of the game. But it's a long ball game. We got a whole lot of football to play yet tonight.
We talked about it. Weather the storm. Coach Centers knew that this game could start off quickly for Scott County, and it does just that. Here's the PA attempt by Josh Giese. It's up, and it is through the uprights. Just like that, Scott County takes the early lead, 7-0. Over the Madison Central Indians. We'll be right back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting in 1 minute and on WBONTV.com.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
Back at Toyota Stadium as the Indians give up a two-play 80-yard drive to get things started. An 83-yard touchdown by Bronson Brown. Here's the kickoff by Gee. He's going to be returned by Ben Snap from the 13-yard line. Snap going right sideline, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Indians get decent field position time to begin this drive. We've seen it the last couple of weeks. Madison Central was falling behind and fought their way back. An early hole in this one, down 7-0 with 11 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Just a missed assignment on defense is what caused that. When you play defense and you play on either defensive end or the defensive tackle in that position, you have contain assignment over there. And I don't care if the play comes clear to this side of the football field, you have got to keep your place and contain in case they throw back. This time they ran back and nobody was there. I mean, he had a clean path to the end zone.
Hand off to Chenault, left side. Freddie, been in a walking booth the last couple of weeks, but has been able to play. And here picks up a nice chunk of yardage on first down, gain of about 9.5. And as I say that, they gave him a first down gain of 10. First down Madison Central on the first play. That's what we like to see, Tom.
Absolutely, and he didn't try to punch it up the one hole that time. So the one hole, I'm talking right side of the center. And we tried that over and over again last week. Let's see what else they got up their sleeve. I like the different look offensively. Run some plays we haven't seen this year.
Trips left, one receiver right. Hahn in motion that side. They go back to Chenault on the left side, and this time he is bottled up for no gain. It'll be second down and 10 as Chenault takes the handoff, goes left side just like he did on the first play. But this time the Cardinals sniff it out early, and they're going to mark him back for a 1-yard loss. Back to the 37-yard line. It'll be second down and 11 for the Indians from there on the left hash mark.
Mullins had a block out there, and the kid from Scott County really worked hard against him and just contained that area, and that's what caused the 1-yard loss. He was there for the tackle.
Low option play as Miller has got a face mask right in front of the official. No call on the face mask. It looked like the defender just wrapped him up by the helmet, but no flag thrown, as that is going to be tackled for a 4-yard loss back to the 34-yard line. Tackled by number 71, Brian Hudson.
Kind of looked like a Steiner line to me.
He's going to be playing football at Virginia Tech on Saturday. He's coming up next year. Here's Miller on 3rd and long. Indians looking down the field. They'll throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Hahn at the 40-yard line. Coverage by Winston Rebel. And it'll be a punt coming up for the Indians, Tom. Got a good play from Chenault on first down, but just couldn't get any more sustainable offense. And now Blake Muntz drops back to punt it to Glenn Covington, who is a tremendous athlete for the Cardinals. Muntz is back at the 19-yard line. High snap, gets it away, it's blocked. And the Cardinals pick it up. Ball's loose. Scott County picks it up. They've got guys lined up to block, but Muntz comes in to make the tackle. The Cardinals will have the football at the Madison Central 19-yard line. Tom, on the sidelines, I was told, weather the storm. We got to do some weathering right here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's if it can go wrong, it's gone wrong thus far in this game. We've only played a couple of minutes into the first quarter, so it's got to come to a stop or it's going to be a long night for the Indians. So they right now need to suck it up and play some great defense here and force Scott County into a long field goal.
So here comes McKee. Wing T formation. Man in motion. And they'll give it up the middle to the first man through. It's going to be a gain of 3 down to the 16-yard line. Handoff went to Austin Barnett, his first carry of the game. They mark it down at the 16, so a gain of 3. Second down and 7 coming up for the Cardinals. Ball is spotted directly in the center of the field as the Indians try to weather the storm. That's what we've been saying. Cardinals got a big 83-yard touchdown to get things started. Here's the end around once again. A nice open field. Well, I thought it was going to be an open field tackle by Snap, but the ball carrier able to stay on his feet. That was number 12, Peyton Brown. And he picks up a first down for Scott County. It will be first down and goal from the Madison Central 6-yard line.
One of the, I don't know who, if that's press or what, got wiped on that play on the sideline. They ran over to make sure he was okay, but looks like he's okay.
Hard to stop a running team when they get this close to the end zone. Handoff to Barnett. He is hit and tackled eventually at the 5-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 4. Jackson Jewett and Humphrey in on the tackle. It'll be second down and goal from, looks like, the 3.
Need a stop here. Big time stop right now. Force them into a third down in this situation, and, you know, maybe a situation where they might want to try to pass the ball for a touchdown.
McKee up under center. He's got Peyton Brown on the near side. Lined up behind him is Barnett. That's where they fake it to him. Brown gets the handoff on the end around, and he is going to be held out of the end zone, but it will be close, as he is wrapped up at the 1-yard line. It'll be third and goal for the Cardinals from there. And, Tom, when you've got a guy like Barnett who has ran for 23 touchdowns and over 1,500 yards on the season, just shy of 2 touchdowns per game, he's the fullback they list him as. It'll be hard to keep them out this close at the 1-yard line. You almost have to sell out here and try to protect the middle of that defensive line.
Key here is your linebacker, somebody reading the play correctly to get the stop.
Jewett lined up over top of the center. Handoff to Barnett. He is hit, and no signal yet. Looks like they held him out. He's going to be right at the goal line. No signal, and the Indians got the stop on third down. You got to think the Cardinals will go for it here. This would be a huge goal line stand if the Indians can do it, but it will be fourth and goal from inside the 1-yard line. That one is about 2 inches shy of the goal line.
Right side, middle linebacker, both in on that stop. That's exactly what you have to do when you're in a goal line situation. Indians defense played a very good play that time. Need one more out of them right here.
And Coach McKee from Scott County wants to call a timeout and talk it over quickly. We'll be right back in 1 minute, folks, on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Pulled pork, brisket, ribs, burgers, hand-cut steaks, prime rib. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue in Irvin. Whether you like your meat cooked low and slow or seared and sizzling, House of Q has just the thing to ignite your taste buds. Eat inside in the beautiful dining room or outside on the biggest patio in 4 counties. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue at 77 River Drive in Irvin.
Your Madison Central Indians, for the first time ever, are regional champions. And they travel to Scott County this Friday to take on the Cardinals for a right to play for a state championship. These local businesses want to wish the Madison Central Indians good luck in the semi-state game. Zaxby's, Kentucky Bank, Dr. Rhonda Cormney, Madison County Attorney-elect Jenny Haymond, and Bluegrass Ace Hardware. Go Indians!
They pitch it out near side, and into the end zone goes Brown for the touchdown. That is the second time that Bronson Brown has ran one in. That time, Tom, the Indians sold out to protect that middle of the defense on that defensive line, and they just pitched it out for a quick score to make it now 13-0. PAT coming from Geese, and Good snap. Kick is up, almost blocked, but it is through the uprights to make it 14-0 Scott County with 6:25 to play in the first quarter, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Indians trying to gather themselves and fight back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care are only $15. DOT and CDL physicals are just $55. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Berea Walmart is open every day from 9 till 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care Centers, here when you need us.
Hahn will return from his own 10-yard line, tries to cut it out to the left side. He does get the edge and is finally ran out of bounds across the 35, and it looks like the 37-yard line. So really good field position, Tom, for Madison Central. The Indians have come out, Tom. They've been punched in the mouth by a couple of Bronson Brown touchdowns. Now the offense has got to get something going. First of all, to give that defense a break and try to figure out what's going on the offensive side for Scott County, and more importantly, to get some momentum back for this Indians football team.
Yeah, he must have stepped out at the 32 over there because that's where they've got a mark to start the first series here.
Marked him back to the 32-yard line. Miller will keep it himself on the quarterback run. Finds a crease up the middle, and a nice pickup on first down as he gets it to the 37-yard line where I thought they would begin the drive. So I'll pick up a 5 yards for the senior quarterback, Derek Miller. Ball on the left hash mark. Madison Central going left to right on your radio dial as we are live at Toyota Stadium. 2nd down and 5 as the play call comes in from Zach Holbrook, the sophomore. See if we can put a drive here together. Mullins on the near side, matched up one-on-one coverage. No safety help over the top. As Miller looking over the middle, he'll go out in the flat to Chenault, but the pass is tipped and incomplete. 3rd and 5 coming up. They were wanting to find Muntz, who was over the middle, but Scott County set back in the zone coverage and didn't allow anything completed. So Miller had the check down pass out to Chenault. Good coverage on the play for the Cardinals, and that will bring up a 3rd and 5.
Burke Watts, the linebacker on the left side for Scott County Cardinals, he was over there covering Freddie, but I think had the pass been on target and Freddie able to haul it in on the fly, that I don't think the linebacker could have got to him, but there was corner coverage over there. Scott County, nice job defensively.
Here's 3rd and 5. Miller looking, being pressured, throws. It's behind Hahn, incomplete. 3rd and 5 coming up. Nothing going right for Madison Central here in the first half of the first quarter. And once again, the Indians will have to punt on 4th down.
Well, you got a good punter. He can get the ball down the field, pin the other team back in their own end a little bit. So let's give him that opportunity. Somebody pick somebody up that's rushing in here. You got 3 guys in the backfield to block.
Covington back to return. Cardinals blocked the last punt from Muntz. That set up the 1-yard touchdown run by Brown. Here's a high-end over-end punt. Not much airtime on that. It bounces out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and the Cardinals will take over from there. They lead 14-0. Not much yardage thus far. You got 83 yards from Bronson Brown, 9 from Peyton Brown.
About a 21-yard punt.
99 yards total for Scott County, only 11 for Madison Central. The Indians have ran 7 plays. The Cardinals have ran 8.
Okay, D, here you go. You got to stop them now. I mean, you've dug a pretty big hole here in the first quarter. We still got 5:21 to go.
Up under center is McKee. Man goes from the right to the left side of the offensive line. Now man in motion left to right. McKee will hand it off to the first man through. That's Peyton Brown, and he is tackled for a 1-yard loss back to the 41-yard line. If you're watching us live, glad to have you tuned in. If you're out driving around, finishing up your Black Friday shopping, don't forget Buffalo Wild Wings is airing this game live. You can go over there, watch the UK game, and check in on the Tiger Woods-Phil Mickelson matchup, and watch your Madison Central Indians live at Buffalo Wild Wings. No better place in Richmond to watch sports coverage than Buffalo Wild Wings in the Richmond Center.
Tyler Story, great job defensively that time. Helped bottle things up so they could not gain any positive yardage.
McKee will throw for the first time. He's going to Covington. That pass is caught. That'll be a walk-in touchdown. Gowdy fell asleep. McKee hits him for a 58-yard score, and Scott County now leads 20-0, and it looks like McKee is holding up 2 fingers, wanting to go for the 2-point conversion. Well, not the start Indians fans were wanting, and a good crowd over across the way, Tom, but these guys have fallen asleep here early. That time Gaudy just had his eyes in the backfield, and McKee just dropped back and delivered a dime on the money to Glenn Covington. I'll tell you what, if you give that kid space, you ain't going to catch him. He's got all kinds of speed. And the touchdown makes it 20-0, and the Cardinals are going to go for 2 here.
He might be in the 100-yard, 100-meter dash state finals. He's got some great wheels on him.
He's a pretty good basketball player, too. Really good shooter for the Cardinals basketball team, who is number 1 in the 11th region. Man in motion as they will throw again. A little fade pattern to Covington, and the back of the end zone is incomplete. 20-0 Scott County, as we have 4.5 to play in the first quarter. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting, WEKY and WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
Entrepreneurs have passion and a lot of determination. They also know that a trusted support team is essential for success. Your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank know a lot about working with small business owners, offering a range of loan and leasing opportunities as you develop, build, and grow your company. Stop by your local CVNB in Richmond or Berea, or visit cvnb.com and let's talk business. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire, think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
Back on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and WBON-TV as Geese will kick off for Scott County. They lead 20-0, 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Hahn will return from his own 11-yard line. Ethan Hahn tries to find a crease, is tackled, wrapped up from behind by number 12. That is Peyton Brown. Well, Tom, Scott County has come out, and just what we wanted Madison Central to do, they have not done. That was weather the storm. Now you've got to find a way to put some points on the board, because you can't put the defense back out there already trailing at 20-0 and not being able to stop the Cardinals' offensive attack thus far.
I'm just real concerned. That time on special teams, Scott County, 5 guys weren't even touched on the kickoff team. You're not going to get a return that way.
Chenault gains 2 on 1st and 10 to bring up a 2nd down and 8. Haven't seen much of Ethan Hahn thus far. They put him in motion 4 or 5 times, but have yet to see him touch the football other than on a return. See if they can get him going, as the Cardinals have taken an early 20-0 lead, 4:05 to play in the first quarter.
Nice to get 2 yards on that. Now let's get a little bigger one this time. Get another chunk here.
Hahn in motion this time. There we go. A handoff to Hahn. Chenault is lead blocker. And Hahn, fighting for yardage, is going to gain 2 up to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and short, 3rd down and 3 coming up. 24 seniors on the team for Madison Central, and you know they don't want to go out like this. They'll go down fighting, but you got to find some way to get some consistent offense. And hopefully the stops will eventually come on defense. Tight end left side along with Mullins. Again, no safety help over the top if Mullins could get past the defender. Miller looks over to the far sideline to get the play call. 2 receivers each way. Hahn and Dillon on the near side. Chenault lined up now to the left side, and Mark Sinners wants to call a timeout. 3:01 to play. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Auto accidents happen to all of us, and it can be a very stressful time. Let Renfro's Collision make the repair process easier for you. They have the training and equipment to repair your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. You have the right to choose your repair facility, so why not choose the one who works for you and not the insurance company? Your family safety is our #1 concern. Renfro's Collision, 22 years of excellent service, and that's not by accident.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
Back at Madison Central in Scott County here at Toyota Stadium, where the Cardinals have taken a 20-0 lead. 3:01 to play in the first quarter. Indians have a 3rd and 3. They'll hand it off to Chenault. Good blocking in front. Freddie trying to find a hole. Has the first down and is tackled at the 40-yard line. A nice job there, Tom. It looked like he had a cutback lane, but instead stayed going to the far sideline and picked up the first down.
Yeah, smart move on his part. Defenders coming up from the back to assist on the play, but he's got the speed to beat them on the outside, and very smart move, 6-yard gain. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it again now.
They'll back him up to the 39-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark as the Indians have fallen behind 20-0 with 2:41 to play in the first quarter. Now Miller, for the first time tonight, goes up under center. Going to play action, looking down the field. He's going deep to Mullins. Covington will pick it off at the 25-yard line. Glenn Covington with the interception. He's got a big return in front of him. Covington going to take it to the house. Hahn trying to come from behind. He gets blocked out of the way, and Glenn Covington, a 75-yard interception return touchdown. Miller just put it up for grabs, and Jarrett Mullins looked like there might have been a little bit of a push-off by Covington, but that ball was really not going to be catchable. Covington went after it and made the interception.
Effort. It's all in the effort. The defender gave 100% and comes up with an interception and 6 points.
PAT pending to make it 27-0 as Scott County has come out, guns a-blazing. Geese for the PAT. Snap is down. The kick is up. Kick is through the uprights. 27-0. Scott County over Madison Central. 2:13 to play in the first quarter, folks. Don't go anywhere. See if Madison Central can do something on offense when we come back in 1 minute on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
In Estill County, if you want more than just good pizza, you want great pizza, Steam Engine Pizza Pub in downtown Irvin is the place to go. At Steam Engine, everything on the menu is handmade with the highest quality ingredients. From pizza to subs to pasta to salads, you'll find Steam Engine Pizza Pub at 206 Main Street in Irvin. You can order carryout or delivery at 606-723-9787 or online at steamenginepizzapub.com. Steam Engine Pizza Pub, Estill County's first string pizza.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
Geese to kick off. Hahn will return as he backs up to his own 5-yard line. And Ethan Hahn is going to be tackled at the 23-yard line. Central down 27-0. We are still in the first quarter. 2:06 to play. Time we came into this game, the Indians had a game plan. They knew what Scott County was going to do. They just haven't been able to stop it.
Yeah, that's true. And again, like we said before, the game started. If each individual player on the team doesn't give 100% on every play against a team like this, things like this happen. Here we're down 27-0 in the first quarter.
Dillon on the near side. You'll have Hahn on the far side. Miller will throw a little screen pass out to Hahn. And Ethan is tackled at the 26-yard line after a gain of 3 yards. Tackled by number 68 of the Cardinals. That's Christian Carter. 1:52 to play in the first quarter. Scott County has scored in several different ways. You've got Bronson Brown with a couple of scores. And Glenn Covington with a couple of scores. A big touchdown catch for Covington. 58 yards, and then a 75-yard interception return touchdown. 2nd down and 7. 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here's a handoff. Chenault up the middle. Freddie finds a hole and has a first down to the 36-yard line. A gain of 5. And Madison Central will move the sticks.
Little counter play that time. Haven't seen that a lot from the Indians this year, and it worked to perfection. Nice gain. First down.
Dillon will bring the play call in. Scott County will drop down to 5A next year with the new school coming in to Georgetown. Greens Crossing will be the name of it, but they're looking to make a statement. Great Crossing will be the name of it as Chenault gets the handoff, cuts it back outside, spins away, and looks like forward progress. Will give him the 39-yard line. Great Crossing will be the name of the new school here in Scott County. They'll be 5A themselves. And the Indians will be realigned with Bryan Station, GRC, and Oldham County next year in District 8 and Class 6A.
So does that just drop one team from?
Well, we lose Tates Creek, Lafayette out of the district. And we replace them with Bryan Station and Oldham County. Here's 2nd down and 7. Miller looking on the near side. He'll go out of bounds, intended for Blake Muntz. Miller 1 of 5 through the air. His one completion was a 2-yard screen pass to Hahn. And he had the one interception that was returned 75 yards by Covington for the touchdown.
Ethan Hahn was standing wide open. Nearest defender was 10 yards from him on the left side.
One thing Miller has done is he likes to lock into a receiver. He's played well the last few weeks, but tonight a rough start for the Indians quarterback. Hahn in motion right to left. They'll give it to him left side. Hahn can't get the edge. He'll lose a yard, and that'll bring up 4th and 8.
Those of you watching on TV, you saw exactly how a defensive end should hold his ground and hold the position, and that created a lot of problems for the Indians trying to run an end sweep over there, and it's just not going to work if the defender is where he is supposed to be.
The first quarter will come to an end. Madison Central can't get anything going in Scott County, having it all go their way as they lead 27-0 on your People's Bank scoreboard at the end of 1. Back in 1 minute, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're live on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
For your car, home, and business, Linville Insurance Agency has it all for you in one place. We serve the insurance needs of individuals, families, and businesses all over Kentucky. And be sure to stop by our brand new location in Richmond off US 25. We're located right behind Sonny's. Sit with us and let us quote you a great insurance rate. Our professional, educated, and experienced staff is here for you locally and 24/7 via our website.
Hi, I'm Lori. I want to be sure to invite you to come visit us at our new location at 1060 Center Drive in Richmond.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
Scott County racks up 100 yards, 99 yards of total offense in the first quarter to take a 27-0 lead at the end of one. And Blake Muntz will punt on 4th and 8. Covington back at his own 30-yard line. He scored twice already. Muntz punts it away from him on the right sideline. A good punt from Muntz, as this one will take an Indians roll.
Just keep rolling, baby.
And inside the 10-yard line.
Nice.
That could be some momentum-changing luck for Madison Central, as that one took about a 20-yard roll and bounce inside the 10.
I think about 56 yards. That's not too bad.
11:44 to play. We are just underway in the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals of Scott County. Bronson Brown, 85 yards gained thus far in the game for Scott County on the ground, including an 83-yard touchdown.
Yeah. I was going to say, the majority of that came on that one play.
Barnett's been held to only 7 yards, but it's been the speed backs that have been killing the Indians. Here's a handoff up the middle. And, Tom, when they've gone up the middle, Madison Central has been able to stop it. It's been those pitch-out plays that have hurt the Indians. It'll be a gain of a yard by Barnett. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, you as a coach, you teach your team to pursue. And the defense of the Indians has pursued all season long. But this is a night where you don't want to pursue off those defensive end and corner positions. You want to hold your ground. You don't know what they're going to do.
2nd down and 9, handoff to, or fake the handoff, and I'll give it to the third man through. That is number 13, Brown, and he will get it to the 14-yard line. So finally a 3rd down and 5. They've only had, I think, 1 3rd down in the entire game, and they didn't get it. Went for it on 4th down on the following play and scored the touchdown.
All right, defensive backs, right now you are looking for that same pass that scored a touchdown a while ago. Watch the speed coming out of the backfield. Cover your man. Everybody's got to get their man on this defensive coverage here, and don't allow that 1st down. Make that quarterback eat the ball one time.
Gaudy's been really good on coverage this year, but just fell asleep earlier on the touchdown pass from McKee. Indians jumped off sides, and that'll give a free 1st down to the Cardinals. Everybody on that defensive line came across, and that'll be a 1st down for Scott County. So we got what we wanted, Tom. We had a 3rd down and 5, but an offsides makes it free 5 yards and a 1st down for the Cardinals of Scott County, who already lead 27-0. That's the first penalty of the game. That's the good news. The bad news is it gave the Cardinals a free 1st down. New set of downs for Scott County on the right hash mark at the 20-yard line. McKee going to hand it off to Barnett up the middle. That is a very smart football player. At the end of that play, if you couldn't see it, he held his arm out, extending it out to pick up an extra yard up to the 22-yard line. And once again, the Indians get a good job, good pressure on that first handoff to the first man through.
And if I'm a linebacker and saw that, I would be looking for that the next time he has the ball, and I might have myself 6 points.
2nd down and 8. 9:41 to play in the second quarter. Handed off to Brown. A nice job by number 20 of Madison Central. That is Tyler Story.
Yeah, he's had a couple great plays already tonight on defense.
Got it to the 25-yard line, but that has been the play that the Indians have been unable to stop. Now it's 3rd and 5 once again. A long 5 yards. They need the 31 for a 1st down, and it's on the 25-yard line. The 1st down marker is spotted between the 30 and the 31-yard line. So it's about 3rd and 5.5 for the Cardinals of Scott County on the left hash mark with 9:02 to play in the second quarter. And looks like Scott County is going to take a timeout. 8:56 to play in the first half. Madison Central trailing at 27-0. Back in 1 minute on WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
Now this is a story all about how my mama keeps a slip turned upside down. I'd like to take a moment, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how we stay in trouble at Bishop Small Engine Repair. On North Estill Avenue, born and raised, in Richmond's where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing all cool, fixing small engines with lots of tools. When a couple of guys with yards were no good started buying mowers to clean up their neighborhood. I ordered a few hundred mowers and Mom got mad. We need a new shop for you and your dad. We got Cub Cadet and Grasshopper to go far and near. Some even have a steering wheel with an engine in the rear. If anything, I could say our service is rare, and if it's small engine related, come to Bishop Small Engine Repair.
I like it. That's a take. I like it. Oh.
Big pass up to Covington once again, and Covington just overpowering the defender. This might be an offensive pass interference, as there was a lot of shoving going on between Covington and Gaudy. It could be defensive pass interference as well. We'll see what the call is.
I'd go defense simply because he had his arms up and was face mask, shielding the play.
It was on Gaudy, and that's an awful pass put up by McKee, but Covington just too athletic and too big for Gaudy as he just goes up over top of him and makes the catch. They declined the penalty, obviously, to get the yardage on the first down on the pass completion. It'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals from what looks like the 47-yard line, Tom. Quick update from the Male Trinity game. It is 13-6 Male in the second quarter. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game next Saturday at 8 o'clock at Kroger Field. Ball on the 47-yard line on the right hash mark after the completion of 22 yards to Glenn Covington. He is having himself a day. 2 catches, 80 yards, had the 58-yard touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And he has just been overbearing Deshaun Gaudy right now. Man in motion left to right. McKee will hand it off to Barnett, and a good tackle by number 67 of Madison Central. That's Benny Hurt.
Yeah, I like seeing that from the big guys inside. He kept his head up. A lot of times you get blocked, you put your head down. You're trying to shed your man. That time he watched the play develop the entire time he was being blocked and was able to step off the block to the left side and make a nice play.
2nd down and 8. Man up under center is McKee for the Cardinals. He will fake it. Now looking to throw. McKee pressured, going deep. He's got a man. That pass is hauled in, and it'll be a touchdown for the Cardinals.
Unbelievable.
Just the motion in the backfield caught the Indians off guard. Kenton Humphrey was the closest man there. He was retreating, and the pass completion to Peyton Brown as he catches it and runs it in for a 51-yard touchdown, Tom.
Well, couple of shots at the quarterback. He's a good athlete. He was able to step out of a tackle back there and get the ball in the air. And we are basically beaten with speed so far tonight in that defensive backfield. The wide receivers are just outrunning the defenders.
Extra point no good as it hits the right upright. Madison Central down 33-0 with just under 8 to play in the first half. We'll go back to the station for a 1-minute break on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it, love it, use it.
Off for the Cardinals. Hahn will return from the 10-yard line as he picks it up off a bounce. Cuts it out the right side. A nice tackle by number 14. That is Glenn Covington, who has been a beast for Scott County tonight. The quarterback, Caden McKee, is 3 of 3 for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tom, coming into tonight's contest, he had only thrown 7 touchdowns all year long. He's already got 2 in the first half tonight. Ball on the 24-yard line on the right hash mark. Madison Central's offense coming out. See if they can get something going and get those fans that traveled from Richmond, a really good crowd tonight, across the way, something to cheer about. Fake the handoff to Chenault, and Miller wrapped up and tackled for a loss from the soon-to-be Virginia Tech Hokie, number 71, Brian Hudson. It's always nice to have a guy like that on the defensive line, Tom. He just came in and just took care of Derek Miller pretty much with ease.
Well, my defensive lineman and myself that played together in high school, we loved that position. You know, it just was, all you can do, you just get the tee off and go get that football, and it's a lot of fun.
Man in motion is Hahn. They give it to Chenault. Freddie running right side, has a hole, gets the first down, and a nice job by Freddie Chenault as he is shoved out of bounds late by number 32, Burke Watts. But Chenault has the first down as he gets it across the 30-yard line and up to the 37.
Freddie had cleared the yard white strip that's on the sideline and then was shoved. I thought for sure that would be a penalty.
7:05 to play in the first half. Clock is stopped as Chenault ran out of bounds. Miller will have 2 receivers near side, tight end to the left side as well. 1 receiver to the right, that's Dillon. They'll hand it off to Chenault up the middle, and Freddie is tackled at the 37-yard line. Ran into his own man in the blocker, the tight end, Blake Muntz. Gains a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Michael Field, Zach Coleman, both up to make a good stop on that play and hold it to no gain.
Speed has killed the Indians all year. We've seen it here once again tonight. The speed of Brown and the speed of Glenn Covington have been the Achilles heel for Madison Central here. Is a screen pass to Hahn. Hahn showing off his speed. A flag comes in late as it'll be a hold against the Indians, and the man down for Scott County slow to get up.
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong on this.
Hope that's not Hudson. It is. He's the big man going to Virginia Tech next year, and you hate to see a kid that's got so much potential to be a really good player at the next level get injured at any point in the season. Hudson going to limp off. He's a big piece of this Scott County defense and offense. He's an offensive lineman as well.
Well, it looks like leg ankle, so hopefully he's not injured too badly and will be able to return in a little bit for Scott County.
Dylan Herring checks into the game for the Cardinals as Coach McKee comes out to talk to his injured player, and then checking in is Colton Combs as well, the junior defensive end. 6:22 to play as the holding penalty is marked off.
When you're blocking as a wide receiver, it's a tough task because a lot of the time the defensive player is a lot faster than you are, and that was the case there. The wide receiver tried to put a block on the cornerback over there, and the cornerback sidestepped him, and he did some grabbing, which you know, naturally you want to do that. You want to stop that guy, and you can't grab him and hold the jersey. You're going to get that flag every time.
Madison Central has to call a timeout of some confusion when they come out with the play. It'll be 2nd down and 19 when we come back in 1 minute on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Your Madison Central Indians, for the first time ever, are regional champions. And they travel to Scott County this Friday to take on the Cardinals for a right to play for a state championship. These local businesses want to wish the Madison Central Indians good luck in the semi-state game. Zaxby's, Kentucky Bank, Dr. Rhonda Cormney, Madison County Attorney-elect Jenny Haymond, and Bluegrass Ace Hardware. Go Indians!
It's been a busy year, so what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summer on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's 3 branch locations in Richmond or Berea and find the right personal, vehicle, or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
6:09 to play in the first half. Madison Central trying to put some points on the board with a 2nd down and 19. Miller looking to throw, being pressured, takes off, looking down the field. He'll take off. Good block by Dillon on the near side to spring Miller for what looks to be a first down. Needed the 47, got the 47, but the near side official was going to mark it just inside of the first down marker, looks like, to bring up a 3rd down.
That's strange.
Yeah, it looked like he had it.
It was way past that.
Tough spot for the Indians as they will face a 3rd and 1. You know, Tom, if they don't get it here, you're down 33-0, nothing to lose really. You'll probably see them go for it on 4th down, barring a sack or a loss of yardage play. Miller will go up under center. Tries to draw him off sides, couldn't do so as the man defensive tackle gets back. Miller up under center again, looks back to Chenault, and a delay of game penalty.
Unbelievable. Come on, guys.
Tom, this does not look like the same team we saw the last 2 weeks. This Indians football team just cannot get it going. They'll back them up from the 46.5 to the 41.5. That is the 3rd penalty against Madison Central for 20 yards and make it the 40.5-yard line. Scott County has not had a flag thrown against them yet.
Referee spun the ball there. That's
there you go. Well, I thought it was going to be the 41.5.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, just let me
make me look bad.
Let me slide her back here just a little bit.
3rd and 5. 2 receivers right, tight end and receiver left as Miller looking to throw, going out on the pass to Hahn, incomplete. Good coverage for Scott County as Winston Ribble came out of the linebacker position, and looks like the Indians are going to punt.
Again, 3 other receivers, either in a one-on-one situation or nobody around them. Yeah.
It's locked in on the guy he was going to. Muntz will punt. Covington back to return at his own 25-yard line. .7 yards average per punt for Muntz. This one another high end-over-end punt that takes an Indian bounce.
Yeah, roll, baby, roll.
Flag comes in on the near side as a couple of players shoving each other. You had number 29 from Scott County, that is Tayson Stakelin. And number 22 of Madison Central, Justin Anderson, shoving here on the near sideline. The flag is at the 37-yard line of Scott County. And we will get the whistle and the flag.
Lengthy discussion.
Yeah, I didn't see what was going on. I saw the flag come in, and I looked down. There was 2 guys standing over here where the flag was thrown in at.
We've had some chain gang issues this year. They never should have moved that in the first place, and now they're over there trying to retrace where they were before the flag was thrown during that play.
Should have dropped some breadcrumbs. to find out where they were at.
Beanbag or something, right?
A white hat.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but they did use a like an orange beanbag, and they would mark the line of scrimmage with that in case the crew did, go. But it looks like it's going to go against Scott County.
Personal foul against the Cardinals, so tack on 15 extra yards from the end of the punt. It'll be half the distance to the goal from where the punt ended up at.
Which was what, the 13?
Yep, so put them inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 6-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Scott County from their own 6-yard line. The last time they were pinned deep, they marched it down the field, aided by a couple of Madison Central penalties, and scored on a 51-yard touchdown pass to Peyton Brown. Now it's 1st and 10 from their own 6, another score. Tom, we've got a running clock in a bad way. Now, you hate to see this season come down to this. Madison Central has had the Cinderella run. Now down 33-0 in the first half to the Cardinals of Scott County. McKee going to throw. He's looking for Covington. He's got Covington. Gaudy on the coverage, and Covington cannot make the catch. McKee, not the best arm. He's thrown it behind Covington a couple of times tonight. It's just been the athleticism of Glenn Covington making plays at that wide receiver spot.
It's I think with the way that Scott County has started here this evening, that quarterback just has, he's got some. All I got to do is just put it out there. My receiver's going to go up and get it and score. That's a good attitude to have in this game.
Going to fake it to the first man through, hand it off on the end around to Brown, and Brown is going to get it across the 10 and up to the 12-yard line. Looked like they missed a hold on the near side, but so much fast-paced action out there, Tom. It's hard to see it as Brown gets it across the 12. They'll mark it just across the 12, near the 13. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.5.
Story's lining up clear on the right side where he was before the last play. He is the player that made the tackle. He cut the legs out from under the back and allowed help to come in and seal the deal. But, he covered some ground on that last play.
3rd down for the Cardinals. McKee pitches it out. Indians have good pressure or good penetration, but cannot bring the player down. And Brown just making people look bad as he is able to pick up a big chunk of yardage all the way up to the Scott County 30-yard line. Tom, he just pulled the old okey doke on them and made a couple of Indians miss.
Okey doke.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so they'll back him up 3 yards. Ball on the left hash mark is a nice job by Bronson Brown to pick up 15 and give the Cardinals a 1st down. First and 10 now for the Cardinals. Man in motion, left side to right side. That's Brown. They'll give it to the second man through. They fake it. A man wide open. Past the defense is number 9, Cade Mullins, and he's tackled from behind by Ben Snap. Tell you what, McKee is a magician with that fake handoff. I thought he handed it off to the second man through. He held on to it and found the tight end down the field for 48 yards. Finally, Ben Snap came in from behind to bring down Cade Mullins after he made the reception.
The linebackers bit on the first fake handoff, so the second fake handoff, he actually could have handed it off, and that would have gone for a big gain.
1st and 10. Man in motion again, left to right. That's Brown. He goes lined up at wide receiver. Pitch out to number 12. That's Peyton Brown. And he will pick up another 1st down. Tackled from behind by Colby Jackson. To the what looks like the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Scott County, and they are 1 score away from putting a running clock on Madison Central. Tom, haven't seen much from Barnett tonight. He's only got 13 yards on 6 carries.
They haven't needed him.
That's true.
Yeah.
See if they go to him here. They do. Up the middle, and the Indians sniff it out. Pushing back for a loss of a yard, back to near the 9-yard line.
Well, Scott County on the offense, Michael, they are doing a very, very good job of misdirection.
Yeah.
And what misdirection does is it gets your defenders, if they're not on their toes, to bite on certain plays, like we saw on the fake handoffs just a moment ago. And it's tough to stop a misdirection offense.
Misdirection again here is the second man gets the handoff. That is Bronson Brown, and he will get it down to the 5-yard line before being pushed down by Jackson and Jewett. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line for this Scott County offense. They lead 33-0 under 2:40 to play in the first half.
And the players, even the linemen, the backs on Scott County, they're like, lumberjacks going to a buffet. They're just hungry. They want this thing, and you can tell it on every play.
McKee up under center on 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. They will give it to Barnett, and he will run in for the touchdown. Barnett takes it in for 6, and Scott County with a running clock makes it 39-0. Just such a smooth handoff from the quarterback to the halfback. An 8-play, 94-yard drive that took less than 3 minutes off the clock. And now Geese for the PAT. Snap is down. The kick is up. Gotti almost got the block, but the PAT is good. 40-0 Cardinals over the Indians. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting, WEKY and WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
2 minutes to play in the first half. Ethan Hahn will return for Madison Central from the 10-yard line. Hahn trying to find a hole. There's not one there. He is wrapped up and bottled up at the 22-yard line. Some pushing and shoving going on down there, Tom. You want to keep this game clean. With emotions flying high, Madison Central upset with themselves, the way they're playing. You don't want to take it out by doing something stupid. And if you're Scott County, the same thing. You don't want to have one of your best players ejected and have them miss a half of next week's game.
Well, they must wait to the second half to run the clock because we have a dead ball right now.
It was running between the... Yeah, I think the penalty coming in is why they stopped it here. We'll see the official probably started back. It'll be a personal foul against Madison Central. We'll see if it's offsetting or it's just against the Indians. It is just against the Indians, and that'll pin them back even deeper.
Why? Oh, my gosh. So the guy that got the penalty was on the ground with the kid on top of him punching him. So that makes no sense to me whatsoever.
It's always the second man that's caught, though, Tom.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the second man. Nobody threw a punch after that. I mean, he was on the Madison Central kid was on the ground, and the 14 was on top of him, just wailing on him, and no flag. And then all of a sudden, another player comes in to help break it up a little bit, and then they throw the flag.
Man in motion for the Indians. A handoff to Chenault. Not much there as he gains 2.
Yeah, that's enough on that anyway. Now they're running.
Well, I'll tell you what, that state championship game next week could see a lot of points. This Scott County team can put them up in a hurry, and the last update we had, it was 13-6 Mill in the second quarter. Minute 2 to play in the first half, and Madison Central just trying to get some kind of points. Miller will roll out right. He's looking, being pressured, throws deep, and he's going to be out of bounds. Rough night for Derek Miller, the Indians quarterback. 2 of 9 and a pick that was returned for a touchdown.
And how many yards? It's not that many.
3 yards.
Yeah.
His only completion was a 3-yard screen pass to Hahn. Or 2, yeah. Both of them were completions to Hahn. One of them was a 1-yard completion. The other was a 2-yard completion.
Yeah. So Hahn's the leading receiver with 2 receptions, 3 yards.
Yep. Unless you want to throw Covington's catch in there, the interception return. Whew. Miller will get one more play off. Bad snap. Looking. Down the field he goes. Incomplete to Hahn, and that's how the first half will come to an end. Scott County 40, Madison Central scoreless. It has been all Cardinals here in the first half as they have pretty much had their way with this Indians football team. Tom, we talked about it. This is not the same team we've seen the last 3 weeks. You look at the game against Tates Creek, they came from behind there. The game against Connor never gave up, came from behind to win in double overtime. But tonight, just nothing for Madison Central, and they have nothing on the scoreboard. We'll go back to the station for a 3-minute commercial break and come back on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show. Back in 3 minutes on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Pulled pork, brisket, ribs, burgers, hand-cut steaks, prime rib. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue in Irvin. Whether you like your meat cooked low and slow or seared and sizzling, House of Q has just the thing to ignite your taste buds. Eat inside in the beautiful dining room or outside on the biggest patio in 4 counties. Follow the smoke to House of Q Barbecue at 77 River Drive in Irvin.
Your Madison Central Indians, for the first time ever, are regional champions. And they travel to Scott County this Friday to take on the Cardinals for a right to play for a state championship. These local businesses want to wish the Madison Central Indians good luck in the semi-state game. Zaxby's, Kentucky Bank, Dr. Rhonda Cormney, Madison County Attorney-elect Jenny Haymond, and Bluegrass Ace Hardware. Go Indians!
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank, with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care are only $15. DOT and CDL physicals are just $55. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Berea Walmart is open every day from 9 till 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care Centers, here when you need us.
Back here to Toyota Stadium on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show. Tom, at Bishop's, the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Check out Bishop Small Engine Repair on North Estill Avenue in Richmond, or visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com. Tom, first half did not go the way the Indians wanted, and with a running clock in effect, you never want to say it's over, but man, it is going to be hard to come back with a running clock to score 40 points. That Madison Central team that we saw there in the first half, I have not seen that team all year long. And to come out here and play this way in the first half of a semi-state game, a chance to go play in the state championship, is a rough way to go out for these 24 seniors we got on this roster.
It is, and fortunately you got a couple of quarters left. They're going to be abbreviated quarters because of the running clock. So if you're going to do something, you got to come out, you got to do it quick, and you got to continuously do it, and just hope for, some kind of a miracle tonight here that you guys can come out and turn it around. This is a huge hole, 40-0, and you never hardly see that.
You're pretty much playing for pride in the second half, the way this first half has gone. 40-0 is your score. We've got 9 first downs for Scott County, only 4 for Madison Central. And honestly, the number of plays that both teams have ran, 25 each. The number of yardage, 337 for Scott County, 75 for the Indians of Madison Central. Interception, you got the 75-yard interception return for Glenn Covington. Time of possession, that's in the Indians' favor, but it really don't matter when you're down 40-0. Indians have had the football for 13 minutes and 4 seconds. Scott County for 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Penalties, 4 penalties for 31 yards for Madison Central, 1 penalty for 7 yards for Scott County. Third down conversions, the Indians were 1 of 6. Scott County was 3 of 4. The one time they didn't get it on third down, they went for it on fourth down inside the 1-yard line and scored a touchdown. And they have been inside the red zone twice and scored on both those occasions. 40-0, Indians trail at the half on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show. If you're watching us on WBON TV, glad to have you along. A couple of Scott County fans watching on with us, Tom, and they are proud of what they have seen from a Scott County team that had a pretty rough season. They came into the playoffs as the 3 seed in their district, behind Frederick Douglass, who was the 1 seed who had beaten them earlier in the year, and Henry Clay, who had beaten them earlier in the year. They come in as the 3 seed. They go on the road in round 1, pick up a big win over Campbell County, 36-13. They played Frederick Douglass at Douglass in Lexington, 28-27. Went on the road last week to Simon Kenton and beat Simon Kenton 56-28, and then have returned here at home and have just dominated the first half against Madison Central, 40-0 at the half. We'll step aside for another 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at the individual stats. An impressive first half for pretty much everybody from Scott County, and we'll talk about that when we come back on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show live on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting, 192.5 WEKY, 103.5 WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
Linux of Richmond is your one-stop for truck and vehicle upgrades. Want to give your vehicle a makeover? Linux of Richmond has you covered. Along with our industrial-leading bed liners, we also carry a full line of truck and vehicle accessories. This includes our Truck Gear brand bed covers, as well as WeatherTech accessories, gooseneck, fifth wheel, and bumper-type hitches. We also provide vehicle undercoating and rust proofing. And don't forget about our many commercial and industrial applications, along with our Spartex flooring system as well. Check us out at 238 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
Entrepreneurs have passion and a lot of determination. They also know that a trusted support team is essential for success. Your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank know a lot about working with small business owners, offering a range of loan and leasing opportunities as you develop, build, and grow your company. Stop by your local CVNB in Richmond or Berea, or visit cvnb.com and let's talk business. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire, think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
Auto accidents happen to all of us, and it can be a very stressful time. Let Renfro's Collision make the repair process easier for you. They have the training and equipment to repair your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. You have the right to choose your repair facility, so why not choose the one who works for you and not the insurance company? Your family safety is our #1 concern. Renfro's Collision, 22 years of excellent service, and that's not by accident.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof, because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
Back here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com. As Tom would look across the way, the Madison Central fans aren't leaving. They're going to stay here and cheer this team on as they will finish up the second half and hopefully give them something. Those fans are staying. Give them something to cheer about as this second half begins. But we are live here on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show, where Scott County leads the Indians of Madison Central 40-0. Folks, if you are tuned in with us, don't forget, basketball season begins next week. Alan Cutler, formerly of LEX 18, will be doing Madison Central games this year, and you and myself and Donald Foster will sprinkle in with some Madison Central games, some Madison Southern games. Estill County games will also be live with Danny Wood and William Hardy throughout the year. So we'll begin our basketball season on Tuesday when Madison Central takes on Madison Southern. And if you're a Scott County fan, later on in the year, we will have Scott County and Madison Central basketball right here where you are watching this football game. So if you're a Cardinal fan, whenever the Indians, who are ranked in the top 10 in the state, take on the Cardinals, who I believe are number 1 or number 2 in the state in basketball this year, you can watch that game live right here where you are watching this football game. So keep that in mind as the football season comes to an end and basketball season begins if you're a Cardinal fan. Tom, the individual stats look like this for Madison Central. Really not much to talk about. 9 carries for Freddie Chenault, 47 yards on the ground. Derek Miller, 4 carries for 18 yards. And Ethan Hahn, 2 carries for 4. Passing through the air, Derek Miller, 2 completions, 2 of 10, threw a pick 6, and only 3 yards through the air. All 3 of those yards going to Ethan Hahn on 2 receptions. And Blake Muntz has really been the only bright spot for Madison Central, and his 3 punts for 120 yards, an average of 40 yards per punt. For the Cardinals of Scott County, a lot of yardage, a lot of points being put up there in the first half. Bronson Brown, 8 carries, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. Peyton Brown, 4 carries, 26 yards, 1 touchdown. Austin Barnett, 8 carries, only 17 yards, but he had a late score that got the running clock going. Caden McKee, 4 of 5 through the air, 180 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. 1 to Glenn Covington. He's got 2 grabs for 80 yards, and 1 to Peyton Brown for 51 yards. Caden Mullins had a catch for 49 yards as the Cardinals put up 40 in the first half. Tom, this Scott County team, I was talking to a couple of Indians coaches before the game. They said all we have to do is weather the storm. We know Scott County will come out. They'll attack early. We just have to weather the storm. We have to keep it close and give ourselves a chance. And, I love these kids. I love this football team, from the seniors all the way down to the guys that are over there helping them get water, whatever the case may be. But they just did not come ready to play tonight. No emotion, and Scott County came out. They worked their game plan to perfection, and Madison Central got hit in the mouth early and just could never recover.
Yeah, the football is like a bone for Scott County to a bunch of dogs that hadn't eaten in a week. I mean, every play, they wanted it, and you could see that they wanted it. Defense, offense. You come out and you run a sweep to the right for a touchdown at 83 yards?
Second play of the game.
Yeah, second play of the game, and then pick 6 for a bunch of yardage, and it's like all of a sudden, boom, boom, you're digging your way out. And a team like this is going to be very tough to dig your way out of, especially with a running clock now.
Yeah, for this Madison Central football team, like we said, with the parents and the folks that made their way down here to Georgetown, you want to come out in this second half and just give that crowd something to cheer about. We've seen Freddie Chanel, who's been climbing up the single-season rushing touchdown leaders. Jordan Hatcher, who's put up a lot of PATs and field goal points. Ethan Hahn, who's had a lot of yardage receiving throughout his career. These guys, you want to just give themselves a chance to continue to climb up that ladder, give this team something to cheer for. With Kenton Humphrey and Ben Snap and Jackson Jewett on defense, you want to give those guys maybe a chance to make a big play, whether it be an interception or a fumble recovery, and just give those crowd, those fans that have been there for you all year long, something to cheer about. And you've been there, I've been there, playing in a blowout. It is really hard. Your emotions are riding high. You're really mad at yourself for letting yourself get in this situation. And I'm not going to lie. When I played sports as a young athlete, I handled it the wrong way. Now, Mark Sanders has all class. He'll have these guys keep their heads up because they've had a tremendous season. They have been where no Madison Central football team has been before. But if it gets even more ugly, I don't know how, if you're an Indian player, you keep those emotions in check. Because this is a rivalry game. You got to. Yeah, this is a rivalry game. You don't want to get beat this bad by a rival. And hopefully the Indians can keep their heads up and continue to play with the class and the respect that they've played with all year long. The second half is about 3 minutes away from beginning, folks. We'll take another commercial break and bring you back here to Toyota Stadium on the stations of volume for broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
In Estill County, if you want more than just good pizza, you want great pizza, Steam Engine Pizza Pub in downtown Irvin is the place to go. At Steam Engine, everything on the menu is handmade with the highest quality ingredients. From pizza to subs to pasta to salads. You'll find Steam Engine Pizza Pub at 206 Main Street in Irvin. You can order carryout or delivery at 606-723-9787 or online at steamenginepizzapub.com. Steam Engine Pizza Pub, Estill County's first string pizza.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
For your car, home, and business, Linville Insurance Agency has it all for you in one place. We serve the insurance needs of individuals, families, and businesses all over Kentucky. And be sure to stop by our brand new location in Richmond off US 25. We're located right behind Sonny's. Sit with us and let us quote you a great insurance rate. Our professional, educated, and experienced staff is here for you locally and 24/7 via our website.
Hi, I'm Lori. I want to be sure to invite you to come visit us at our new location at 1060 Center Drive in Richmond.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
Now this is a story all about how my mama keeps a slip turned upside down. I'd like to take a moment to sit right there, and I'll tell you how we stay in trouble at Bishop Small Engine Repair. On North Estill Avenue, born and raised, in Richmond's where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing all cool, fixing small engines with lots of tools, when a couple of guys with yards were no good started buying mowers to clean up their neighborhood. I ordered a few hundred mowers and Mom got mad. We need a new shop for you and your dad. We got Cope Cadet and Grasshopper to go far and near. Some even have a steering wheel with an engine in the rear. If anything, I could say our service is rare, and if it's small engine related, come to Bishop Small Engine Repair.
I like it. That's a take. I like it. Oh.
Kickoff to begin the second half as the Indians offense will return, come out and see if they can score some points. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins here. Glad to have you tuned in. Second half about to begin here from Toyota Stadium where Scott County leads 40-0. A running clock in effect the rest of the way. Back to return for Madison Central is the two seniors, Ben Snap and Ethan Hahn, back at their own 10-yard line. Geese gets it away, and Hahn will take it from his own 15. Hahn, a big hole. Hahn showing off his speed, and still on his feet. Hahn trying to give the crowd something to applaud. He does. He is still going, finally tackled at the 35-yard line. What a return by Ethan Hahn to give the fans something to cheer about. That's what we were asking for, Tom, and Ethan Hahn delivers.
50-yard return. That's a good way to start. But like I said before, a big mountain to climb, but let's go mountain climbing, Indians. What do you say?
They're back. There was a hold.
Oh.
A hold against Madison Central, and it looks like they're going to back them up.
Huh.
You get that big play, you give them something to cheer about, and you take it away. They'll spot the Indians at the 40-yard line on their side of the field.
Well, the hold happened when he did the double cut, and somebody
back to the outside.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Yeah.
Just hoping the refs would let one go for us. On the right hash mark at the 40-yard line.
Wonder where they'll get officials for the state game since you got a team from Louisville and a team from this area.
Probably Eastern Kentucky somewhere. Here's Hahn in motion. They'll give it to, or fake it to Chenault over the middle, complete to Blake Muntz. That's the play we saw him run a couple of times last week versus Connor to get the two-point conversion and the eventual game-tying touchdown in double overtime. He picks up 15 yards to the 45-yard line of Scott County.
We're already a minute and a half into this third quarter.
Yeah. Running clock, it'll be that way the entire way. Even if Central was to somehow make it a 5, 10, 15-point game, the running clock would stay in effect. Hand off to Chenault up the middle. Freddie, not much room, a gain of 2. Down to the 43-yard line.
I think that happens, and I think the next time you hand off to him, he gains 5, and then I think the next time he might gain 1, and then he might break 1.
Freddie's had a really good year as a senior. He came in, not much being talked about. You know, you You had Gavin Holberg, who had a really good year last year. Corian Cryer and Jabari Hughley were there the years before that. So they've had some big names at running back the last few years, but Chenault's been kind of a silent assassin. Here's a handoff to Hahn on the jet sweep. He will get it down to the 40 for a gain of 3. They're going to back him up to the 41, so he gains 2. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
That looks like they're going to mark him right on the 40-yard line. There you go. Thank you.
Hey, we get a good spot one time.
Favorable.
Laura Ash, I love this comment. Come on, men, finish strong. You can't finish like this. You are too good. We love you, and we are so proud of you. That's exactly the way the sentiments this team needs to hear right now.
Yep.
2 receivers each way from Miller. He will hand it off to Chenault. Freddie fighting for yardage. Gains 2 down to the 38-yard line. Ball will be on the right hash mark. It'll be 4th down, and you got to go for it here. No question.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that little 2-point conversion dump over the top real quick here.
And I'll call it better than I did last Friday. I was just so excited that I was right that I forgot to say
First
touchdown.
time all year, right?
Yeah. Don't ask my wife. She thinks I'm never right. Miller going to keep it himself. Rolling left side. He's got a lot of room.
Yeah, he's got it.
And he will have the 1st down. Derek Miller runs out of bounds at the inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. A nice pickup by the Indians quarterback. 8:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. A running clock in effect as Madison Central, for the first time ever playing in the semi-state game, Scott County has been here 3 years in a row and 8 out of the last 10 years they have played in this game. Hahn in motion. They give it to Chenault, left side. Breaks a tackle. Freddie inside the 20, stiff arms a defender, and is finally ran out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Indians getting some offense going. Freddie Chenault having a good start to the second half. A big pickup there as he gets it inside the 10. They're going to mark him at the 8, gain of 20. 71 yards on the ground now for Chenault. Ball on the left hash mark at the 8-yard line inside Cardinal territory. Miller will give it to Chenault again. Up the middle he goes. And Freddie still fighting forward. Going to be tackled just shy of the goal line inside the 1-yard line.
Going to get us 6 points here, I do believe.
Will be a good start to the second half after what we saw in the first half, a big goose egg. And now inside the 1-yard line, we'll probably see the Indians hand it off to the senior, let him finish it off. As I say that, Derek Miller takes it into the end zone for the quarterback sneak. Touchdown Madison Central. And for the first time tonight, the Indians put points on the board to give the fans something to clap about. The quarterback sneak makes it 40-6. Scott County PAT pending from Hatcher. And no swinging gate formation.
Don't need it now. You need points.
Hatcher will put up the PAT. Berea will hold. Last time Jordan Hatcher kicked an extra point, it was a regional championship winning extra point. This one is blocked, and it will remain a 40-6 score in favor of the Cardinals. We'll go back to the station for 1 minute and bring you right back here to Toyota Stadium in 1 minute on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it, love it, use it.
To the 18-yard line, and looks like it's going to be against the Cardinals, Tom. I was thinking onside kick.
Yeah, like I said during the break, if I was your head coach, I'd say, okay, offensive coordinator, go ahead and run it. But if they score on it, you're fired.
Well, I've never been fired. Well, I'll take that back. I've been fired a couple of times.
Yeah.
But
that job as a gum collector from church pews on the bottom, I think you got fired from that one.
I tell you what, I was once a singer in the church choir, and I was asked not to come back up in the pew no more, the church choir no more.
Why, because of your tone? Were you off key?
Well, they don't like it when you sing AC/DC in church.
Oh, well, I can understand that.
I mean, I'm just like an AC/DC fan. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
All right. Final scores, Amanda? Yep. 77-62 Kentucky. You were a 30-point favorite, and you win by 15. There you go.
Did that hurt you?
Nope.
Good.
Not tonight. No, I didn't have it tonight.
Good.
1st and 10 Cardinals. They hand it off up the middle, or fake it to the middle, and a nice job. Indians rally around the defense, and a big loss in the backfield as number 21, David Rhodes, makes a nice tackle. It was Martin that took the handoff, and once again, that little action. Tell you what, Tom, respect to Scott County. They've already got the subs in the ball game. The new quarterback is number 3, Zane Patton.
And they're going to use because of the running clock, they're going to use all of the play clock every play the rest of the way, because it just assures them a victory. So we're down to 5:30 to go here in the third quarter.
2nd and 15. And off second man through. Indians come in, and a nice job by Kenton Humphrey to get in there and make the tackle. Jackson Jewett along with Humphrey make the stop. It'll be 3rd down and about 15 for Scott County here in the semi-state game. Cardinals will look to advance. Humphrey with 4 tackles along with Jewett and John Collins. The other game tonight in Class 6A, Scott County here in Madison Central here, it was Trinity and Mill. And after trailing 13-6 in the second quarter, Trinity comes back to score 14 unanswered and take a 20-13 lead at the half over Louisville Mill.
I want to give a shout out to the offensive line tonight. The left tackle, Avery Henson, the left guard, Bryce Taylor, the center, Drake Harris, the right guard, Neil Martin, and the right tackle, Jaden Miller. You guys have had a heck of a season. You've done some great blocking for this running game of the Indians, and it's an honor to have watched you play this year. Just really impressed with the team this year, and like you said before, they've done something that no other Madison Central football team has done.
Tom, we've been banned from talking about jobs we've been fired from.
We have.
We've made a fan mad.
We did?
Yep.
Oh.
She said we wish we talked more about the game. We can do that.
Yeah.
40-6, 4.5 to play. There was a penalty against Scott County that backs them up inside the 2-yard line now. And they'll hand it off up the middle, hand off to number 4, Philip Garner, and he is tackled after a gain of a yard.
Looks like punting situation. And they'll be punting deep in their own end zone.
Yeah, as if the Indians bring pressure here. Ben Snap back to return.
Well, Madison Central is going to get great field position on this. So, if they can quickly score again, you've cut into it a little bit. Yeah, never say die, even if it's as wide as the margin is right now. Never say die. Keep going after it.
Punter is about a foot out of the back of the end zone. Got to get a good snap here. High snap, gets the punt away, And this one will be a very bad punt. Snap going to pick it up and return it and get it inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A nice job by Snap being aggressive. They're going to mark it at the 26. So good field position for Madison Central as the offense comes back out after a nice drive the last time down the field. Is it a 24-yard punt? 26-yard punt.
Yeah.
Ball on the left hash mark at the 26-yard line. Indians offense trying to put some more points up.
Let's let Freddie break one here, guys.
They're going to throw. Miller looking over the middle. He's going to Muntz, and good defense by Scott County as they evaded and kept Muntz from really breaking on his route.
Yeah, that was more of a I don't want to say interference. It was more of a pick type play. But it was legal because it's the defender against the offensive player, and if you get in his way, you get in his way. But he was looking back toward the football, so there's not going to be any foul on the play.
Rough night for Miller, 3 of 12. His longest pass was a 15-yarder to Blake Muntz, and that was on their last drive. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. They'll hand it off to Chenault, and Freddie is tripped up. Ball came out, but he was already down inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line, gain of 3 yards. 3rd down and 7 to face the Indians offense. Minute 54 to play in the 3rd quarter. Running clock the rest of the way here tonight.
I'm still tickled about that comment.
Oh, you can't please them all.
Oh, help me. Oh, shoot. 136, man. That 3rd quarter has flown by.
Makes it real hard to come back when you don't have time on your side and the Indians
motion.
False start. Back them up at 5. It'll be 3rd and 12. Tom, did you go Black Friday shopping?
I went to one store to get one thing, and it took 25 minutes to get through the line. But I did because I wanted it. So
I was out late last night, went out early this morning to Lexington, saw a lot of Indians fans that were out shopping early today so they could come out here and watch this football game tonight.
Lot of fun.
Hahn in motion. And Chenault is hit hard, and right there he is once again, Brian Hudson. He is right there to bring down Freddie Chenault, and Chenault just smacks the ball in disgust.
All-American, All-State, what? What's he going to get honored with this year? He's tough. Good looking. Big man in there defensively. And he's, he keeps his players charged up on defense. I notice he keeps talking. He turns around, talks to the backs, talks to his fellow linemen. Good-looking player.
Mel has come back to tie it up 20-20 versus Trinity in the 3rd quarter. Here's Miller to throw. Looking, going deep. He's got a man in the back of the end zone. That was Ben Snap, and just out of the reach of the Indians wide receiver, incomplete. And Scott County will bring their offense out and take over from the Madison's or from their own 30-yard line.
Miller a little disgusted with himself. He thought he had that. He watched it down the field and kind of fist pump of disgust there. Yep.
3rd quarter has come to an end. Scott County 40, Madison Central 6 on your People's Bank scoreboard. Back in 1 minute on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire, think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies have been an essential part of your community for over 20 years. We care about giving the people of Estill County the best service because we are part of the community too. Our knowledgeable staff is dedicated to making sure your prescriptions are filled quickly and accurately because the people we serve are our neighbors, friends, and family. We offer text message alerts, autofill, medication synchronization, and compliance calls to make sure that you can take one more item off your to-do list.
County a big lead as the fourth quarter begins, and the clock has already started before the Cardinals even take a snap. Handoff up the middle to number 4, I believe.
It's cold.
Garner.
Michael, everybody wants to go home now.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. Cardinals, Tom, just trying to find a breathing room for these subs that have come into the football game, give themselves a chance to get some playing time in a big semi-state game.
Brian Hudson, we've been talking about him a little bit. He's got 6 tackles, 3 solo, 3 assists, and he trails Watson Reed from his team by just 2 here in this game, and he'll probably get a couple more before the night's over if they keep playing him.
2nd down and 8. And we're going to get a timeout from Scott County with 11:02 to play in the fourth quarter. Timeout, Cardinals. We will take it with them back in 1 minute on WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Make sure to visit jackburford.com and be sure to like Jack Burford Chevrolet on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our Jack Burford Chevrolet YouTube channel. We load great, fresh, informational content daily about our great new and certified pre-owned vehicles. We also load great content about our great service specials to keep your vehicle running for many years to come. Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond.
3rd down and 12 as we come back. Scott County on top, 40-6, 10 and a half to play in the football game. Tom, had a couple of people asking on our Facebook page. They didn't understand the clock rules. Basically, in high school football, to keep a team from, really putting up a big number and holding the other team to a shorter, to really embarrass it, the KHSAA have put in a running clock rule into effect as the handoff goes to number 5, Campton Martin, and he has got a big pickup, has a first down for Scott County across the 40 and up to the 41-yard line. But the running clock is basically to keep teams from running up the score and putting a big margin between them and their opponent. You see it, Louisville Seneca, the game against Madison Central in the first round of the playoffs, they actually shortened the quarters in the second half, adding to the running clock.
Right.
And not that Madison Central would have ran the score up, but just to disallow that and keep that from happening. And they actually added that in basketball a couple of years ago as well.
It's a sportsmanship thing too,
Yeah.
Because you'll get, from time to time, you'll get a coach that wants to embarrass somebody, and if you get that, it makes the kids feel bad, and it's about the kids.
Big play as the handoff goes to Philip Garner, and he picks it up from inside Scott County territory. It was number 8. That was Jeremy Hamilton on the handoff, not Garner.
I'm looking. I don't see a whole lot of the starters out there now on the field for Scott County.
Gary Massey, who's a big Cardinals fan, he's been following along with us all night long. He says, good job, Cards. I'm proud of you all. Also, good job to Madison Central for continuing to play instead of giving up. And he's hoping that Scott County can bring home another state championship this year.
Yeah, good fan. That's awesome.
1st and 10 from the Madison Central 30-yard line. Handoff goes to Garner, and he will gain 4 yards to the Indians' 26-yard line. Rita Johnson says, thank you, WBON, for all you have done this year for the grandparents who live away, that we can watch their grandsons, Drake Harris's grandmother, watching us tonight. And we've got Maggie Holberg, who watches us from North Dakota. Glad to be able to bring you all these games. And, guys, like I said earlier, if you're a Scott County fan, Later in the year, we're going to be right back here on WBON TV as Madison Central's basketball team, who is a top 10 team in the state preseason, plays Scott County in basketball, who is also a top 2 or 3 team in the state. So it should be a really good basketball game when those two teams hook up later on in the year as well.
Always a lot of fun when these two go head-to-head. I'm anxious to see some basketball from some of the area teams here.
Yeah, it's your first time around Kentucky basketball. You'll be up there in the Hoosier State, man.
I saw Breathitt County play back in the late 70s when I worked down in Jackson, so I did see some play down there. Hazard, Dilsey Combs, Knott County Central, Leslie County, Powell County, trying to think of some more, Lee County, Boonville.
MC Napier back in the day.
Yeah, MC Napier was around then. Yeah, I saw a lot of it. But I'm anxious to see, the modern version now. That was a couple years ago.
That was the short shorts and no three-pointer line.
Right.
Hand off. Up the middle to Garner once again. Jewett comes in to make the tackle. Tom, we have one person that says she likes it when we talk about jobs we've lost. That's Kelly Alicia Rosenbaum.
Thank you, Kelly.
I'm hoping that we don't get fired from this job.
Oh, we won't.
It's Christmas time. I got some presents to buy.
Yeah.
4th down and 3.
I would suggest that if they don't like the job that we do, they need to fill out an application. You never know. They might be the next superstar broadcaster of the Bluegrass.
There you go. Next to Alan Cutler.
There you go.
4th and 3.
Okay.
Here's a nice pressure as the Indians come in to make the play. Story.
Yep.
Pushes him back to the 29-yard line. The Indians will take over from there.
6:06. Let's get a score in here, guys.
David Rise says, you guys at WBON, we salute you. Thanks. We'll see you next year. Thank you, David, for watching us all year long here on WBON TV. We have had some amazing games this year.
Absolutely.
We've seen some really good players. The very first game of the year, we saw the quarterback from Lexington Catholic, Bo Allen, who is a big-time prospect for the next level. Kentucky's looking at him. Some bigger schools looking at him as well. We had him in our very first game of the year. A couple of weeks later, we were back over in Estill County as Estill County played Wandale Robinson.
Yeah.
And Wandale Robinson, the number 1 player in the state, just committed to Kentucky a couple of weeks ago. So pretty big deal for the Wildcats to get him. We saw him on WBON TV this year. Here's a handoff to Hahn, and Ethan Hahn has a nice pickup. He'll gain 8 yards to the 33-yard line.
I just want to say thanks to Bill Clary, our operations manager, and to Kelly and Bess Wallingford for this opportunity. Man, I had just really enjoyed working with you, Michael, and seeing some really, really good high school football. And, if the Wallingford Broadcasting will sign me from the free agent ranks the 1st of July, I might be back to do it with you again next year.
Yeah. I tell you what, if we could talk us into maybe getting some popcorn.
As an
added bonus next year.
Or fudge.
Second down and 2. Miller will hand it off. That's number 17, Trey Taylor on the handoff.
Yeah, that's a nice little gain.
Got a first down.
Sure did.
Move the sticks.
There you go.
We got Chris Thuringer, Tom, watching us from Aruba.
Oh, cool. Hey, Chris. Man, that's a long way away. It must be like sunshine and 88 degrees here right now.
I almost just sang the Kokomo song right there, but I held off on it.
Yeah, Jamaica.
Cannon Center's now in the game as Coach Center's getting some of these young guys in.
Yeah, that's
giving
good.
These seniors a chance to get that last applause as they come off the field.
Right.
Under 4 minutes to play now. Tom, I tell you what, this is my fourth year doing Madison Central football.
Right.
Sean Hamilton allowed me to do color commentary for him for a couple of years before he moved on to EKU Athletics. And this team right here, before I came to Richmond to work here at Wallingford Broadcasting, I was up in Breathitt County. As we'll get back to that after this play. Second down and 9. Cannon centers.
Oops.
Draws them off
sides. There you go. Good job, Cannon.
But before I came up here, I was doing the play-by-play for Breathitt County football. And my last year there, my little brother was a senior on the team. I knew all the boys, was really close to them. They had about 18, 19 seniors that year. and really felt like a part of that team because I knew all the boys so well. Coming into this year, I've known Mark Center since he took over at Madison Central, and what a tremendous job he has done with this program. But these seniors, these guys, I've talked to them on Twitter. I'm in a fantasy football league with them. These guys wanted it this year. You could tell. And that coaching staff, I mean, they had a absolutely amazing season. Nothing to hang their heads about. They have been to the top of the mountain in Madison Central football.
We pulled them off sides, and they marked 5 yards off against us. And then they corrected it, but it was just hilarious.
Here's Joe Burton. He gets it to the 49-yard line, a gain of a yard. But you look at up and down this roster, the seniors on this football team, Ethan Hahn, what a career he has had.
Yep.
You know, climbing the ranks of all-time receiving yards. Kenton Humphrey, I mean, a kid that one of the best safeties in high school football that I've ever seen, just continues to make plays. Had the amazing interception in the Tates Creek game to help bring us back in that one. Ben Snap, Blake Muntz, Derek Miller taking over at quarterback, Freddie Chenalman climbing up the single-season rushing yards record. All these guys just did their job. You know, we had them on the sports show a few weeks ago. They were all just happy. Were just fun to be around. Drake Harris, we finally heard him talk. We didn't know if he could talk or not. He talked to us. So, you know, these kids, they deserve a pat on the back. They came in here against the Scott County team that, I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be Mel or Trinity next week and play this Scott County football team. But what an amazing year they have had, just doing what no other Madison Central football team has ever done. A district championship, a regional championship, playing in the semi-state game as Cannon Centers will take it on 4th down, hand it off up the middle, not much room there, and the Scott County will get the football on a turnover on downs.
And they might not even run a play here because this will take a minute to, and the clock continues to roll, and we're down almost to the 1-minute mark.
Scott County going to go play for a state championship once again. Won it back in 2013. They're going to find themselves playing at Kroger Field now.
Going to be interesting to see who wins that game up in Louisville.
The two teams will come out and shake hands, and Scott County defended their home field tonight. They will knock off Madison Central 40-6. We will go back to the station for a 3-minute break. Come back here, wrap this one up on the Hometown Dental postgame show in 3 minutes. Final score once again, Scott County 40, Madison Central 6. Back in 3 minutes on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting, WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
Your Madison Central Indians, for the first time ever, are regional champions. And they travel to Scott County this Friday to take on the Cardinals for a right to play for a state championship. These local businesses want to wish the Madison Central Indians good luck in the semi-state game. Zaxby's, Kentucky Bank, Dr. Rhonda Cormney, Madison County Attorney-elect Jenny Haymond, and Bluegrass Ace Hardware. Go Indians!
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
At People's Bank, we do it all, from personal banking to business banking and lending services. And unlike some other banks, we make all decisions locally. When you don't have time to wait, count on us. People's Bank is the perfect fit for your busy life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
People's Bank with lots of locations to serve you. Give them a call at 986-6860 and check them out online, whitakerbank.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care are only $15. DOT and CDL physicals are just $55. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Berea Walmart is open every day from 9 till 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care Centers, here when you need us.
Entrepreneurs have passion and a lot of determination. They also know that a trusted support team is essential for success. Your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank know a lot about working with small business owners, offering a range of loan and leasing opportunities as you develop, build, and grow your company. Stop by your local CVNB in Richmond or Berea or visit cvnb.com and let's talk business. CVNB, helping turn plans into reality for more than a century. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At EKU, you'll learn to take a broader view of your world. But we also understand it's the details that shape the big picture. So go ahead, play with fire, think on your feet, or touch the sky. Here, you'll be a part of something new, something big, something beautiful. Be a colonel. Your time is now.
Back here at WBONTV.com and on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting. Tom Gross and Michael Watkins. Tom, we look back at this game. Obviously, Madison Central finishes their season not the way they wanted to, but a very good season, one of the best in school history. You win a regional championship, but now you look ahead to next year. Well, you replace a lot for this Indians football team. Ethan Hahn, a senior. You look back on his career, one of the best slot guys, those halfbacks that Coach Center's offense is labeled as. A guy that really fit that system well. Going to be hard to replace him next year. Kenton Humphrey, we've talked about him and the job that he did. Blake Muntz, a tight end. He's gotten 3 offers from Bowling Green University, Austin Peay, and Eastern Michigan. That kid will be playing somewhere on Saturdays. Nate Story, really good job as a senior for him. Or excuse me, Tyler Story in that secondary, really good job. A guy that made several plays this year for Madison Central. You have to replace Ben Snap and Cody Dillon and Derek Miller, guys who just continued to make plays for this Indians football team throughout their career. You replace the holder and the kicker, Berea and Hatcher, as the rain starts to come down now toward the end of the football game. But you replace those 2 guys, and those 2 guys combine on maybe the biggest play of their careers last week in the extra point that sent Madison Central to this football game. The offensive line, just what an amazing year for these guys. Drake Harris, Bryce Taylor, who made some big plays, Wesley Hall, all these guys, just such a tremendous season. I know I'm going to forget somebody, but Ben Pinson, who was a senior defensive tackle. Jackson Jewett, what a kid he was. John Collins. I mean, you just go down the list. Such a tremendous season for all these guys. And you can't forget about Colby Jackson, who made big plays. And Chase Smith, who was a senior. I mean, just on and on down this line. Every one of these guys made a play at some point in their career. And this Indians football team is going to miss them very much heading into next season. You look down there, you're going to get the hugs and the congratulations on a good year. It's always hard to play your final game. But to make it here, Tom, you have to feel good if you're an Indian fan as to where this program is headed in the right direction.
Top 4 team in the state in 6A, and that, the way it's set up, it's the same. It's fair for everybody, and that's a great accomplishment. And it's something that the coaching staff can use, as well as the juniors now, who will step into the position as leaders on this team as seniors next year, and to help motivate the team next season. And, you always get surprises. You get some freshmen coming in from the 8th grade level that are just pure athletes that can help you, quickly like that, and that's what you want. We had some guys here that played for 4 years that are graduating. So always fun as a coach, because it turns over, the next crew comes in, the next crew comes in. So, it'll be a different team than what we've seen this year, and we've had a lot of good memories with this team this year, but there's some things to look forward to next season as well.
Last year, we had Madison Southern make that magical run to the state championship game. This year, Madison Central to the semi-state game, and it's just been a fun for us to cover this here as your local sports coverage for WBON TV. And I, for one, am so daggone proud of these boys, this team, this coaching staff. Tonight didn't play their best, didn't come out with their A-plus effort, but credit Scott County on an amazing job that they did to come out, punch Madison Central in the mouth, and play their game plan to absolute perfection. And they now find themselves in a matchup next week with either Trinity or Mayo, who are in a dogfight right now up in Louisville. The winner of that game will play Scott County for the state championship next Saturday night. We now turn our attention to basketball. Alan Cutler from LEX 18 will come on with us. He'll do some Madison Central games for us as the play-by-play man for the Indians. Myself and you and Donald Foster will be covering Madison Southern this year. And as always, Danny Wood and William Hardy, the legendary broadcast crew up there in Estill County, will have the Engineers games for you this year as well. Looking forward to that. Our first game, a quick turnaround for us. On Tuesday, Madison Central will take on Madison Southern. We'll be there live to cover that one for you on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com as well. So if you can't make it out, Buffalo Wild Wings will have the game for you, and we'll be over there covering it as well for all of us here at the WB. For our producer and pretty much do-it-all man back at the station, Bill Clary on the radio side. For our producer on the TV side, Randy Rosenbaum. Good camera work tonight by Lance Gaither filling in for Austin Hanks. And for the WL Stats crew, Hugh Davis and Steve McLean. Tom Gross, thank you, my man. First year doing Central football with you, and it was a fun one as the Indians make it to the semi-state game, but fall to Scott County. Final score, 40-6. For Tom Gross, I'm Michael Watkins, guys. We have been glad to bring you Madison Central football this year. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching us live on WEKY, WKXO, and on WBONTV.com. Tribe.
Auto accidents happen to all of us, and it can be a very stressful time. Let Renfro's Collision make the repair process easier for you. They have the training and equipment to repair your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. You have the right to choose your repair facility, so why not choose the one who works for you and not the insurance company? Your family safety is our #1 concern. Renfro's Collision, 22 years of excellent service, and that's not by accident.
Hometown Dental in Richmond has been serving the people of Madison County for many years. Now when you go to Hometown Dental, you can get everything you need under one roof, because Hometown Dental now offers orthodontics. Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. Check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com, to learn about their services and staff at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive, Suite A in Richmond. Mention this ad and get free x-rays or $100 off Zoom whitening treatment at Hometown Dental.
Linux of Richmond is your one-stop for truck and vehicle upgrades. Want to give your vehicle a makeover? Linux of Richmond has you covered. Along with our industrial leading bed liners, we also carry a full line of truck and vehicle accessories. This includes our Truck Gear brand bed covers, as well as WeatherTech accessories, gooseneck, fifth wheel, and bumper type hitches. We also provide vehicle undercoating and rust proofing. And don't forget about our many commercial and industrial applications, along with our Spartex flooring system as well. Check us out at 238 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
Madison County Ford is growing. After a record year, we have no choice but to expand our inventory. With hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, Madison County Ford has something for everyone. From the luxurious 2018 Lincoln Navigator and the redesigned Ford Expedition to the more affordable all-new EcoSport, starting as low as $19,990. Madison County Ford has deals to fit any budget, with our side row Sally's starting under $2,000. The selection has never been better at Madison County Ford, where every deal is a big deal.
For your car, home, and business, Linville Insurance Agency has it all for you in one place. We serve the insurance needs of individuals, families, and businesses all over Kentucky. And be sure to stop by our brand new location in Richmond off US 25. We're located right behind Sonny's. Sit with us and let us quote you a great insurance rate. Our professional, educated, and experienced staff is here for you locally and 24/7 via our website.
Hi, I'm Lori. I want to be sure to invite you to come visit us at our new location at 1060 Center Drive in Richmond.
If college is not in your future, let Babcon Electric show you the way to an energizing profession. Consider a career in the electrical construction industry. Babcon transforms high school grads into state-licensed electricians in just 4 years. A financially rewarding, highly technical, professional career awaits you. Call Babcon today to be considered for the next paid apprenticeship class. Babcon Electric. Make your next call the right one. Serving Central Kentucky for over 25 years.